Have you ever had a favorite snack that was discontinued? I'm sure at one time or another this has happened to all of us. Usually this leaves us scratching our head as to what happened. Every year, handfuls of our favorite snacks and drinks silently disappear from store shelves. In this video, we will revisit some classic foods that are discontinued. Jif Power-Ups were clusters of granola that had creamy peanut butter in the center. They were marketed towards kids as a healthy treat beginning in May of 2018. However, they did not stay on store shelves very long. These little treats were discontinued in February of 2020. Fruitopia was a line of fruit-flavored drinks launched by the Coca-Cola Company in 1994. They were extremely popular with teens and adults in the mid-90s. When the turn of the century came, the beverage began to decline in sales, and then it was not available to anyone in the US by 2003. If you love Hershey's chocolate, did you ever get a chance to try one of these? They were the perfect combination for anyone who was craving a donut and a Hershey's chocolate bar. These frozen treats could be ready in about 30 seconds and could satisfy any sweet tooth. Sadly, these tasty comfort snacks never made it past 2020. Pepperidge Farms may have one of the best snacks around with their popular line of Goldfish. Throughout the years, they have tried some different flavors and some of them have worked while others have not. The Goldfish Graham S'mores is a perfect example of one of those that is no longer around. It got phased out sometime in early 2019 due to extremely poor sales. It seemed like a good idea, yet it never quite caught on. The Haribo Company created the first gummy candy in 1922, which came in the form of little gummy bears. Since that time, they have worked hard to stay on top of the gummy candy industry. As people started to become more health conscious, Haribo created something more healthy. What could be better than sugar-free candy that still packs a ton of flavor? Haribo believed that they had found the winning combination, but the public wasn't happy. The candy contained maltitol, which caused gastrointestinal problems in the form of extreme flatulence and diarrhea. That's really not the surprise that you want after trying some candy. They were discontinued in 2014 after a huge blowout sale. Keebler Munchums were a line of popular snacks in the 90s. They were snack crackers sold under the slogan, "Crackers that crunch like chips." These delicious snacks came out in 1991 and were quietly discontinued in the early 2000s. Munchums were reportedly discontinued because Keebler needed the production equipment to make another snack item. If you were around in the 1980s, then chances are that you probably tried a Jell-O pudding pop at some time or another. They were the perfect dessert and extremely popular. They came in several flavors such as chocolate, vanilla, and swirl. But over the years, sales dwindled and they were discontinued in 2004. Cheerios was originally called Cheeriots when they were first introduced in 1941. The name was shortened to Cheerios in 1945, and since that time, they have become a popular breakfast item for those that love cereal. In 2009, Cheerios launched a new flavor called Banana Nut Cheerios. As appetizing as that sounds, they never really caught on. However, Cheerios has periodically brought them back, but the last time they did that was in 2020. If you love pizza, then this next snack may have been something that you would have liked if you didn't get to try it. General Mills came out with pizza spins in 1968, and they were different than anything else out on the market. They were shaped like little wagon wheels and infused with pizza flavor. Sadly, these unique treats were discontinued in 1975. Another popular pizza snack was launched by Keebler in 1991. They were made from real pizza dough and came in several different pizza flavors. This product enjoyed a lot of success, but they were discontinued in the late 90s. A lot of people have been hoping for the return ever since. Cinnamon Tic Tacs were introduced soon after the time of the brand's launch in the early 1970s. For most people, they were considered to be one of the original flavors, and they must have sold well because they were around for a while. The flavor was discontinued in 2009, but occasionally they bring them back in a limited run or a holiday flavor. There have been loyal customers that want to see the cinnamon flavor back permanently, and they have created Facebook groups and even created petitions. Cheetos are one of the most popular options on the chip aisle. For many decades, people have enjoyed them at picnics, get-togethers, lunches, and so much more. Every so often, a new flavor of Cheetos hits the market, and sometimes the brand finds a little success in one of those. The salsa con queso hit the store shelves in 2000 and was available for purchase until 2008. Since that time, they have returned briefly in 2020 and 2024. Many people never even realized that they were back for a limited run. Kudos Milk Chocolate Granola Bars were made by the Mars Inc. and they were launched in 1986. They were marketed towards kids as a healthier alternative to candy bars. There were several varieties available, but this healthy snack option disappeared in 2017. There really wasn't a reason as to why they were discontinued. Sometimes eating yogurt is not the most exciting thing for kids. Over the years, there have been a lot of different ways in which yogurt has been marketed towards kids. One that was introduced in 1992 was from Dannon, and it was called Sprinklins. Basically, it was yogurt in various flavors, and then it also came with a packet of sprinkles to mix into it. This yogurt alternative was discontinued in 2004. Squeeze-Its was first introduced in 1985 by General Mills. This was a fruit-flavored drink that was packaged in a portable squeezable plastic bottle. They were popular with kids and a staple for many who brought their lunch to school. This drink was discontinued in 2001 and has been brought back for a limited run in 2006 and 2011. Oreo cookies are certainly one of the most popular store-bought cookies, if not the most popular. Despite that popularity, the Oreo brand is constantly tinkering around with new flavors and ideas. Some of those are genius, while others not so much. In 2009, they came out with the Oreo Sippers, which was essentially Oreo-flavored straws. If you combined it with milk, then you could create a little makeshift milkshake. However, they weren't that popular and they were discontinued 3 years later in 2012. The original Apple Newton cookie came out in 1984 as a fruit-filled variety from Nabisco. Many people enjoyed it, but it was discontinued by 2009. However, they do make a baked apple and cinnamon flavor, but fans of the original say it just isn't the same flavor as they grew to love. A lot of people are familiar with Smuckers and their popular ad slogan. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. Apparently, they thought that they could do anything when they released the Snackin' Waffles in 2011, but they were quickly discontinued in 2012 due to poor sales. However, fans of the product never knew this until Smuckers tweeted the reason in 2019. Another really popular snack for people in the snack aisle are Cheez-Its. Throughout the years, they've experimented with a lot of different flavors, and just like any other brand, some are a hit while others are not. In the 2010s, they released one with the Sriracha flavor. According to an official statement from Cheez-It on Twitter in 2019, the flavor was discontinued due to poor sales. At that time, they were suggesting for people to try the hot and spicy Cheez-Its as a replacement. A lot of the snacks, drinks, and various foods that we love are quietly discontinued for various reasons. Sometimes it's poor sales, health concerns, scarce ingredients, or some other factor. Either way, we end up missing them, at least certain ones. What is a snack that you enjoyed but is no longer around? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.